What's going on, GTA players? We're gonna go right into the markets here and see what's happened since last week, and you can see the discounts have fallen pretty drastically, so we're still falling after 2 or 3 weeks now. Income is slightly down as well. You can see that we're still following this triangle pattern from the peak there, which is similar to what happened over here. So you can expect these discounts to probably stay low for a little while, probably until summer is my guess. And they are somewhat below your average. They're kind of near the bottom. Not the lowest that we've ever seen them, but same thing goes for the income as well. It's kind of just average, not too important. As far as last week, what I said was going to happen, we had the facilities show up, and then we also had the business battles for 2 times money. I was hoping it would be 3 times, but it's just 2 times. But either way, those showed up, so that's cool. And then the bunkers are an emerging discount. If you look at these gaps here, you can kind of see about the spacing they were, and it got slightly bigger and then disappeared and then got really big. And right now we're kind of in that size, which is about 7 weeks. And you can see that that is very similar to the previous trend that it used to be, but it might still be about 3 weeks before it shows up, but it is starting to emerge. And then the weekly races are also a trending form of income. You can see these gaps are about this kind of distance, and where we're at right now is right in the middle of all of those, so I would expect to see something like that soon. And then the discounts for this week, we have the Up and Atomizer as well as the Widowmaker. These are both 40% off. And then the Ameris, the Squatty, Rhino Tank, Chernobog, Miljet, and the Terabyte is 40% off, and that also includes all of the customizations that you can do to it. And then for Prime members, you can get the sonar station for free, as well as the usual 200,000. And then the vehicles are the Brigade, the Vetier, and the Barrage. And then the podium vehicle this week is the Night Shark, and this thing is typically $1.2 million. It's super durable, so it's definitely something you want, and it has a regular radar blip, so people won't know you're in an armored vehicle. It's pretty useful. Then for the facilities, these are all, I believe, 40% off, and the facilities will give you access to the Doomsday Heist, and they'll allow you to store a bunch of the special Warstock vehicles. Plus, if you beat the Doomsday Heist, it won't cost you any money to call off the cops. I have mine right here in the center, and you kind of want to be close to the city for all of the setups, but at the same time, I never found it to be that big of a problem. I don't know that I'd want one out in Paleto Bay, but I would think that pretty much any of those other ones are going to be good. And then the business battles are 2 times money. You will need a nightclub in order to do these, and you'll need to either be an MC or a CEO in order to get a nightclub. And then the transform races are 2 times money. Basically, you just go into the stunt race category, and they're right there at the bottom. Those can be kind of fun. Then the Lamar and Madrazo contact missions are all 2 times money as well. Those are just in the missions tab, and you'll see them kind of randomly scattered throughout. And then hunting pack is in the adversary mode, and you can just scroll. Takes a while to get there, but those are all 2 times money as well, and sometimes they can be pretty profitable. The races this week, we have the construction site for the RC Bandito. That's kind of in the middle of the city, and then on the north side by the Vinewood sign, we have the Galileo Park land race. And so with this race, basically you're going to be going to that college kind of area, and you follow the GPS most of the way there except for the beginning. What you'll want to do is get up to the start line, get a good rev drop in, and there's going to be a tree that you're going to go to the right side of, and then right here you're looking for that E, the backwards E on the Vinewood sign. You just go between the posts on the bottom into this little valley here. That's going to shave off a ton of time. And then you pretty much are just following the GPS, and it might be a little bit tricky to do that at first because there's a lot of like sharp corners, and then you're going through all of the Vinewood Hills. You'll have a lot of time to finish this race, so you definitely don't need to do it as fast as this video will be. And then once you get over to this area, you're going to want to brake kind of early here. It's downhill and there's some bumps, so that can definitely send you into the wall there. And then this corner right here is just a little bit blind. Then you just, following the road. I think it gets a little bit easier through this section here. You do have to watch out for cars turning in front of you quite a bit, like that one especially. But once you get through that section, it's pretty much a straight shot to the university. Basically, once you get to this area, you just kind of go up through here and follow the road. You will be peeling off to the left up here, so try to pay attention to where. It's just right here before that white fence. And you can shoot up this hill and just jump, and that will shave off even more time. But I had 23 seconds to spare, so you can see that it's not really essential. The RC Bandito race, on the other hand, is complicated as always. Over at the construction site here, you're basically going to be doing a 180 through whatever that is, and then it's going to be kind of like the same through the construction yard. Kind of weaving in and out of things. There are some concrete fixtures that stick up you definitely have to watch out for. This is a real sharp corner right here that can definitely throw you off. Tight gap right there to squeeze between. And then you go up this ramp here. The ramps can always be confusing because you're changing elevation and there's a little bit of air time in there. That especially is dangerous as well for the same reason, but you can just kind of go slow over these. I think I was probably, 50% there, and it worked out okay. Then same thing right there. They're all over on this one. That's probably where most of the difficulty will be. I think the layout is a little bit confusing on all of the Bandito races, but it's always manageable. Same thing with that going downhill. You can still get, like, anytime your car is off the ground, you're not going to be too, effective at steering it. So just something to keep in mind. So I managed to finish 5 seconds before the par time. That means that those real tight areas, you do have that time to, go a little bit slower, making sure that you still finish. That's all there is to it. That's it for me, besides this public service announcement to watch out for aliens. They might be here to abduct us soon. So, I'll catch you next time.